you're a home buyer, somebody or a young person looking to buy a home, you need a bit of a reset.
There is a possibility on the other side of this that inflation could actually be quite low.
Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers and a little bit of an update on my journey. I'm actually in Las Vegas, Henderson area right now. I'm fixing to drive all the way to Phoenix, probably the surprise area. I'm going to take a look at Copper Canyon, Desert Oasis. You guys know I went there about a year ago, so I'm going to check up on that. But take a look. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of a sample real quick before I really get this party started. But the good thing is, guys, I feel so good right now. I slept an extra day at Nevada Landing, so I feel super fresh. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel as far as getting back home. I only have 3 more metro areas to cover, which is Phoenix, El Paso, and Austin. So I'm really looking forward to showing you guys that. But today we're gonna go over the Redfin article. We're gonna look at the data. Once again, we had declining value that is not evident in the charts. You know how Redfin does not like to show that for some reason, probably because they're extremely bullish. Nevertheless, we're gonna take a look at all of those things. We'll look at inventory, we'll look at payments, we'll look at demand, we'll look at the usual suspects. But before I jump in my car and go to a different scene, take a look at that building. You guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, there is no place like Vegas. The amount of new construction going on in Vegas right now is absolutely bonkers. All right, guys, take a look at this really, really amazing view. Excuse me, sorry. Really amazing view here. I'll get into this article here in a minute. Just wanted to show you guys on my way to Phoenix that I am trying to get you guys some amazing views right now. And then we'll get into the data. And I want to make it clear that the data is on existing. Okay, we already have crashing prices for new construction, but the data is existing. And I suspect that existing prices will really go down as the labor market continues to soften. I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. Take a look at this view. Beautiful. So, pretty stunning view, if you ask me. But we'll get back into this Redfin article, which is titled Housing Market Update. Buyers get early holiday gift as rates come down and new listings rise. And if you're in an area in a metro, like I'm touring, and you have a bunch of new construction, consider yourself lucky because the areas with new construction are going down the fastest, just like I've been talking about from the very beginning of our Real Estate Mindset channel. Told you guys I'm feeling fresh right now. Look at where I just got to, pulled over. I'm gonna give you this view real quick and you guys are going to poop yourself because this is amazing. Now, I do feel fresh, but not as fresh as I thought because I am not at the Hoover Dam. I thought this was the Hoover Dam. This is the Hoover Dam Lodge. So I'm in the Hoover Dam Lodge. Look at this absolutely spectacular view right here. Anyways, guys, let's get into the article right now. I'm gonna read a few things in the article right now. Prices are falling from a year ago in 4 Texas metro areas, probably because of the new construction. Like I've been saying, it's finally nice to start seeing this play out, am I right? Austin, San Antonio, Houston, and Fort Worth, and in Portland, Oregon. Redfin predicts price declines will become more widespread in the new year. Again, finally, you guys, it has been a painful 7 months. We didn't know what the Fed was gonna do, but as far as new construction, we hit the nail on the head. Now let's sum up what Redfin has to say, and then we'll go into the very highly manipulated graph. With the hope of few more homes coming on the market, buyers who can afford 7% mortgage rates or pay cash have some bargaining power. People are taking their time looking at multiple homes, and they're able to back out if the inspection uncovers problems because they can wait for something better to come on the market, and because it's normal. It's normal. It's not normal to still close if the house is falling apart. I mean, look, remember where we're coming from. But there isn't much wiggle room on price. They're advising buyers to be reasonable with their offers because home values are still relatively high and sellers don't want to let go of their home for less than what they feel it's worth. So we're starting to see those feelings. Remember those feelings? Man, in my video that I'm gonna release today, I had a lot of feelings, but thank goodness that those feelings, feelings of fear of missing out are finally heading on over to the sellers. I'm not trying to knock you sellers, but listen, you guys, we've been warning you, now's not the time to buy. Now, if it's new construction, okay, new construction is a buyer's market. New construction, we have an ample amount of inventory, incredible buying incentives, but again, it's spreading on over to existing home sales. I mean, why else would 4 metro areas in Texas show price decline in existing homes. It's the new construction finally spreading over. But we will see existing home prices continue to go down. Now, real quick, guys, there is something extremely shady going on with Redfin and their data. I think they're mixing new construction data with existing home data. Let me show you what has happened over the past couple days. And if you're in my Discord group, then you know this for sure. So you can see with this chart right here that Montgomery County, Texas shows up 35%, but 2 days later, it shows down over 7%. I don't know what is going on with Redfin, but the only thing that I do know is we cannot fully trust them, or really, you guys, we cannot fully trust anyone. Okay, guys, we're gonna take a look at this week's leading indicators just as soon as I show you this. Really, my God, this view is incredible. Take a look, guys. Pretty spectacular. I'm gonna come over here real quick so I can really show you. Take a look, guys. Absolutely amazing. This is a really cool spot. This is an overlook right next to the Hoover Dam. I don't think I'm gonna go to the Hoover Dam, but I will go over this week's leading indicators. Look up behind me. This is one of my favorite drives, Las Vegas to Phoenix. So anyways, let's go over this week's leading indicators, starting with the daily average interest rate sitting at 7.04%. Weekly average is 7.22%. Mortgage applications are basically unchanged week over week, but year over year is down 17%. Redfin home buying demand is up 3%. Oh my God, it's up 3% this month. You know, what was it? 1995 lows? So I wouldn't look into that too much. A lot of people want to make a big deal of that. I'm not, but mortgage applications are down 17%. Now the Redfin home buying demand is down 7% year over year. We look at Google Homes for Search, that's down 4% year over year and from a month ago as well. Touring activity is down a whopping 30% from the start of the year and 37%, you guys, year over year. That is a huge indication that people are just sick and tired of how expensive everything is. Got a couple of people looking at me like, what's this guy doing? Now let's look at this week's winners and losers, starting on the winner column with Anaheim being number one. Really crazy. Virtually no new construction in Anaheim. That's probably why we're seeing it, continue to rebound. And the job market is fairly good there. So Anaheim sitting at 18.6, Fort Lauderdale at 12% up. Again, existing homes year over year. Newark, New Jersey up 11.4%. New Brunswick 10.5. San Diego went all the way down to 10.3. Now you could see the column of losers. We have the usual suspects, almost entirely Texas, starting with Austin down year over year, 9.6%. Remember, guys, this is not from peak. Peak is a way different situation, but Austin's sitting at 9.6. San Antonio's in second at 2.1, which is right next door to Austin. Houston, my home city, is at 0.9%. Portland at 0.8%. Probably we're seeing Portland on here because of the crime and the migration out of Portland. And then we have obviously Fort Worth, Texas at a loss of 0.5%. So very, very interesting, guys. And that's why, again, I'm on the trip that I'm on right now, which is following the new construction data and the new construction, clusters of inventory. Because obviously, if we really look at this, it's really starting to spread on over to existing. And I think we're going to start seeing that really kind of kick up a notch in the sections of Florida as well. Alrighty, then I made it to Arizona. We're gonna start talking about and taking a look at the information and data that shows how suspicious these charts really are, because we had another week over week, $1,000, roughly $1,000 decline in median sales price. You guys take a look at that rocket. This is where I'm at, pretty cool. But anyways, guys, at what point is Redfin gonna, accurately start reporting the trajectory of the data? And we know this for sure, I have no doubt in my mind, because if you go to the data center, by the time the info hits the data center, they correct the trajectory of the graphs, but when they're going over their market updates, it's never accurate, you guys. When the home values go up, it skyrockets up, and when home values go down, it still goes up. And you can see that when I pull up this chart. Let me throw the chart up, but let me give you the view real quick. It's a lot more flat here. Take a look. Someone needs to contact Redfin and tell them to, knock it off with the whole manipulation and deception of the trajectory of these trends. If they're bullish and the data is manipulated to show bullish signs and trajectory, then in my opinion, they're doing it on purpose. Please, guys, again, Comment below. I want to know what your thoughts are. Someone commented like there's an error with the algorithm, but I don't buy that. Well, actually there is an error with the algorithm, but I think it was done on purpose. Please guys, comment below, but let me throw up the chart from inside my truck so it's a lot more quiet. Okay, starting with median sales price, that's up year over year, but it is down greatly from the peak in 2022. You can see it's up year over year 4.1%, but week over week it's down roughly $1,000. And if I really zoom into that line, that week over week projection, you guys, it's going up. Look at the dollar sign in the 3, that's going up. I mean, you know, how suspicious is that? I mean, seriously guys, that's unbelievable. What happened to accountability? What happened to ethics? I mean, so disappointing. Now let's go to median asking price. Now median asking price also plummeted week over week, but when we look at year over year, it's up 6.7% year over year. Obviously that trajectory is heading, you know, downward pretty sharply. Now, one of the main things here is if we go to home buying housing payments, look at this guys, it's up year over year, 14.6%. So even though interest rates have gone down, you know, don't worry you guys, 2 years ago, housing payments were roughly $1,000 lower, and therewith lies the problem. The housing market is just way out of whack as far as the fundamentals of income and price. It's way out of whack. In fact, the P ratio overall is 7.4, which means you need 7.5 years roughly of your annual salary on average to pay off your house. That's the highest in history. So again, we have a bigger housing bubble than the GFC with the worst unaffordability since the 1980s. Yes, just got to Phoenix, a little bit difficult. I am now at, okay, sit down in your seats for a second here, 4,100 miles driven for a total of 88 hours. That's so crazy, you guys. And I'm at my hotel. I'll show you. Okay, boom. Whew, that was rough. I did get some pizza from Barron's Pizza. Take a look, guys. I made it. That's my hotel right there. Bit expensive here, way more expensive than Vegas actually. But let's go over the, you know, supply and inventory stats right now. All right, starting with new listings of homes, that is up, that is good. That is up 7% year over year. Now, week over week, it is down, unfortunately, so that does suck. But again, we have more inventory coming to the market right now than we did last year, which again, represents that the market is getting tight, buying demand is getting wrecked. And honestly, guys, the golden handcuffs, hopefully a lot of people, and I'm hoping this happens, but a lot of people are saying that is going to get crushed next year in 2024. Let's look at the next data set, which is active listings. All right, active listings is down week over week and also down year over year, so it doesn't look like I'm gonna win my bet, unfortunately. Pretty crazy if you see the trajectory of that line. I mean, they should have been raising rates the whole time. They didn't at the beginning of this year. That's why I believe I lost my bet, unfortunately, but it is down 6% year over year. Now take a look at the months of supply. Week over week, it looks like it's the same. So week over week, months of supply is the same. It is higher than what it was last year. We're sitting at a whopping 4.1 months of supply. So what I believe is because of how toxic and unaffordable the housing market is, as long as we maintain months of supply of 4 to 5, I think the housing market is going to go straight down. Now, traditionally, we need 6 months or more for it to be considered a buyer's market. And we certainly have that with new construction, which is a primary reason for the massive, and it is massive, price decline for new construction. So I'm gonna get up to the hotel and we'll finish this thing out. I am literally about to devour these chicken wings and pizza. So if you're in the Surprise area in Phoenix, I'm checking out Barron's Pizza. Looks pretty tasty. Now take a look at my room. This is where I've been staying. I hate sleeping in hotel rooms. Better than the street, I suppose, or inside my truck. Anyways, guys, let's finish this sucker out, and I definitely appreciate you guys, following along with me on this journey. I can't wait to start releasing some of these videos. It's absolutely gonna rock you guys. Okay, let's go over the listings that had price cuts. We're sitting at 5.5%. You can see that we are up year over year, 5.5%. It doesn't look like that. Again, the trajectory is so suspicious, you guys. So suspicious. I mean, Redfin, Glenn, what are you guys doing? I mean, it's clear, like, hello, like, someone please email them. Tell them we know you're manipulating the trajectory of the graphs. Stop it. there's no need, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen, right? So why hide things? Why manipulate things? We're supposed to lean on you. Am I wrong about that? We now know we can't trust them. At least I can't trust them. Anyways, so we're sitting at 5.5. That's a high for this time of year, obviously beating last year and beating the last 3 years overall. Let's go to the next data set, which is homes sold above listing price. So 25% only of homes sold above the listing price. So it's nice to see the bidding wars overall stop. Now, there's still bidding wars, I'm sure, in probably some of the East Coast places, some of the places in California that have literally no inventory. So I'm sure it's still going on, but it's so good to know that it is nowhere near where we were at with the bidding wars, appraisal gaps, waiving contingencies, all very, very unhealthy. Now, the average home sold for 98.7% of final list price. So that means that most homes are selling for less than what they're asking for, which is good. Being under list price is absolutely great. Now take a look at this next thing, guys, which is buying demand. And when we look at supply and demand, this is important, okay? This is important to understand. So Redfin home buying demand is -7% year over year. And again, that's a 4-year low. Again, a 4-year low for this time of year. So again, all of the signs that we want to continue to see. Now, probably what's going to happen, guys, is as we go into the winter months, you're probably going to see active listings go down, but hopefully supply go up. Now, I'm not one of these people that's concerned about the interest rates went down a little bit. They're still in the 7%. And the reason I'm not concerned is because the whole year, literally spring and summer home buying season, interest rates were low 6 to mid 6%. Again, think of what I'm saying, okay? So you mean to tell me that interest rates being the low 7s, that's gonna have a magical power to bring back a whole bunch of people into the market? I don't know, I don't think so, but there is low inventory for existing homes, we know that. Also, we know that there's a tale of two tales. We have new construction, which is a total meltdown, hit the nail on the head with that, and then we have existing, which is metro to metro area. Overall, we're not seeing huge price drops in existing homes. I hope you guys got some value from this. I hope you guys enjoyed the data. If you can, one more time, like this video, shoot me some comments below. And other than that, wish me luck tomorrow when I'm touring Phoenix. I'm gonna go to the surprise area. I'm gonna cover Copper Canyon and Desert Oasis because I was here about 10 months ago. So we're gonna really see whether or not those homes sold, because remember I said the epicenter of the housing market crash, Copper Canyon and Desert Oasis. Let's see. Either way, I'm gonna find out tomorrow. And if you're out there investing in real estate, you know I wish you luck and I hope you win.